Well, I mean, I've played this before. Been a long time, but I've played this before. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. I mean, how does one have a positive experience playing this game? Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to exposure of highly disturbing content. Oh yes, I agree. I am ready to be hurt. Hit me with that. Oh man. I will turn things down a bit. No content warnings. Nah. Could be checking. Alright, new game. My name. Izzy. Is he gonna play it? Yes, I am. Huh. Hey, who dis? I wonder. I see an annoying girl, rude, running toward you from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Well, I mean, that girl is S.T.A.L.K.E.R, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Yep, it's like, 2017. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep and more frequently, and I would kind of get tired of waiting up. Dude, no, I oversleep. If she's gonna chase after me like this, I must feel better off running away. Dude, that is genius idea. However, I just lie and idle in front of the crosswalk and let S.T.A.L.K.E.R catch up to me. Have not seen this face in game for a long time. Overslept again. Yeah, same. Actually, no, I woke up really early today. But I caught you this time. This isn't cops and robbers. Maybe, but because I decided to stop and wait for you. You sound like you're thinking about ignoring me. I mean, character might have. I wouldn't. That's mean, is it? You darn right it is. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want to think we're a couple or something. I mean, I personally wouldn't have a problem with that. Right-clicking turns off things. Cool. Fine. I keep accidentally right-clicking. Not keep, did it once. But you did wait for me after all. That I did. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want. I would disagree. Agree to disagree. I can be mean sometimes. Whether I'm aware of it or not, I mostly am. Whatever you say, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Are you laughing at me? We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making the daily commute. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? Well, club? I think there's only one option here. Told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. But how? That's not true. How did she know that's not true? You told me you'd join a club this year. I probably lied. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on. Yeah, that sounds like me. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and that. Yep. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I mean, given that I don't really plan on going to college, I don't think that's a problem. Happiness is really important to me, I know you're happy now, but I'd die. I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What is a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Yeah, I wouldn't want to join any literature club. Now that would be weird. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I thought I just did. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. No, I guess I no promises. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't think she's very carefree. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. This song is too good. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Ordinary school days feel like they take forever, so after I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Does the wall give you motivation? Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yes. Hello? Sayori. Don't drag me off to some Doki Literature Club. Sayori must have come to the classroom when I was spacing out. Yeah, staring at the wall. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Loneliness. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I'm not impressed. You don't even need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you can come to my club. But literature's boring, Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. I mean, the only way you can convince me to go to your club is if you had some, like, really adorable tsundere character. Someone, maybe short, pink hair, likes manga. Sarah is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Alright. Back. 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show an interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. Is there a way I can text speed auto forward? No, text speed maybe a little faster. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much? Well, kinda told the club. I forgot she did this. Kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring a new member. Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. No, she knows she can keep this promise. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Yeah, I can't tell either. Let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go. But the cupcake maker better not be, annoyed. Thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I might as well kick it in, Sayori. Boom! FBI open up. Everyone, the new member is here. That's me. Told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah, well, anything for Sayori. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. That's Yuri, obviously. Sayori always says nice things about you. She talked about me. Seriously, you brought a boy? Yeah, what are you doing, Sayori? Way to kill the atmosphere. Izzy, what a nice surprise. I do not like you, Monica. I do not like you. Welcome to the club. ... All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh yes it is. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Alright, love you, Natsuki. Not sorry. Nope, Natsuki. The girl with the sad attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Wow. Rude. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Oh, my bad. And turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you, especially Natsuki. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. Oh, that's all too right. I know you, Monika. I know the things you're capable of. It's great to see you again. Is he? Not great to see you again. Monika smiles sweetly. Yeah, I'm sure she does. Look at those cold, dead eyes. These menacing eyes staring into your soul. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. She plays piano too. It's cool. Makes two of us. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Yeah, no, not you two. I hate Monika. Come, sit down, as you made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. Well, do I get an option? I got the cupcakes. Hey, I made the cupcakes, I'll get them. Yeah, sorry, I got a little too excited. And how it makes I make some tea as well. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened out so there's one more space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wraps tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Yeah, I'd rather sit next to Sayori than Monika. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, Sayori. Don't say that. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, of course she does, and has already managed to get icing on her face. Of course she has. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. She's looking at me. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Well, she said she did. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like it. Have I heard this somewhere before? Yeah, I think I have. Made them for you or anything. I don't know, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. She's so cute. Not for, you know, you dummy. Alright. Give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I don't think there's anything that can help me enjoy a good book, honestly. Is there such thing even as a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Exposed. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. I might. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika. I was practically dragged here by her. Isn't even practically. I think I was. Well, okay, not literally, but I guess it is. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, so I already seemed really happy here, so it's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make sure that the club is fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed that you can keep up this charade for so long. How come you decided to start your own club? You should probably be a board member for the major clubs. And you could. Weren't you a club leader of the debate club last year? Haha, well, you know, to be honest, I can't stall the politics on the major clubs. Yep, I get that. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica, it really is a great leader. Sayori. Stay away from Monica. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when that something doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees, except for me. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, yeah, pretty much. Manga, comics, real literature, if you ask me. I'm gonna cry to myself, half joking. No, I do not kid. Itsuki's head suddenly pricks up. Looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. That's me. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Yes, mystery girl. Well, let's see. Yuri traced the river teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. I mean, comics and manga can do the same. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I mean, not books for me, but it's not people either. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Well, you should try Doki Doki Literature Club. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for... Did you just have a lack of imagination? Rude. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki says stared over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You got the piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say That Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sorry, Sidles, that's a new word. Sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share some of them sometime? No. Yep. Nope. I wouldn't. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them your deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough for her to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yay, let's do it! Plus, when we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Izzy? Monika smiles warmly at me, once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sarah might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still other clubs to look at, and that was my train of thought. I'm getting stared at. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Don't look at me this way. It's Sayori's fault. Look at her. But I'm sorry. I thought. You see, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Yes, this is peer pressuring. Don't let yourself get peer pressured. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'm leaving. Just kidding, no. I'm not joining the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. One by one, that happened all at once. Yes, I'm so happy. Sorry, wraps arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Yeah, you probably would. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assessment. Write a poem to bring back the next morning so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Izzy, I look forward to seeing you express yourself. Yeah, anyway I can get closer to Natsuki. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Izzy, since we're already here, you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Yeah, sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick what you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Well, let's see here. What words would I like? Doesn't even show Monika down here. I don't remember that. Playground. Rain cloud. No, bad. Sarah, give that on. Ribbon. Pink. Pink is my favorite color. Boop. I like that word. What word do I like? Daydream. Feather. Frick. Doki Doki. That's the name of the game. Anime. Flower. No. Bed. No. Heck, no. Fireworks. Oh my goodness. No, I'm doing. Please. Silly. Chocolate. Cute. Kawaii. What's something childhood? No, oh my goodness, please. I really. Bubbles. Kitty. Kitty. Pout. Okay, there we go. I like Natsuki too much to fail her. If I fail Natsuki, I'll cry. Hello again, Izzy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Izzy. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Yeah, she's got a point. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you aren't taking this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you shouldn't have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Monica, you shut up. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Yes, it is. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Izzy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. That's right. I do. But if I'm not having fun, well, I think we'll know. You know. You have something with the busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. When you almost set your house on fire once. Ah, I've done that before. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I'd be a little jealous. How come you and Izzy can become friends, good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she has put me into. Oh, you already even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so it's nice gesture. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Unless it's you stabbing me. Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here, he reaches into your bag and pulls out a book. Didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so freaking cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Eerie, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh, I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts any of my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books in a box across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of the things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Yep. How did you know anyway? I heard you breaking up at some point. Besides, kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? Ah, I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on one side of the shelves. Curious, I pull out the stack. There it is. Suki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book's missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box as she's admiring. Parfait? Is that Parfait? Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means either they're way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can just go through the glass on that door. You can go do it through the glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. I did say Parfait Girls actually, so that's a lie. It was a tone in your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Izzy. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, where have I heard that one? You know, other than everywhere. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, it's on the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Don't just stand there. Ooh, wow, what the heck is this? Suki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. No! Then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Yeah, I probably didn't think that one through. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. She crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I don't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. I can't. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since they're for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot? Well, obviously. I think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. On at the beginning, it's about simple things. It's really fun chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. It's really what makes it good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Tsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Haven't yet. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get baking on the same time I got into this manga. Like I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. Yeah, like I would never do that. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Yeah, that seems like a good word to describe me. Definitely not a coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, a lot of the hobbies, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's probably one of the better ones. Oh yeah. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, she's so cute. You read them for a few more minutes. Read on. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Didn't say that, just thought it. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not? Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I'm always excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. I'm gonna just quickly, yoink. Dang it. Why can't I take a screenshot with... Why? Is there any way I can take a screenshot without this thingy in the way? I'm just, okay, I got one. There we go. It took way too long. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. I think that manga is just for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't garnered that yet? Just want to punch them in the face. Yep, I know that feel. I know those kind of people. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends you don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other loser over time. Oops. It's probably harder for someone like you. That's pretty accurate. I wouldn't say losers, but... Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found it. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Flip the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. Oh, I need a screenshot of that. Adorable. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You know, I just feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. In stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to private like Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes you smile a little to yourself. Yeah. Okay, everyone. You all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I don't think she is. I just need to make sure we have enough time. You do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and head towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Well, yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb, just take him home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind some shows if I try to get through this. Yup. But I suppose it's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. I'm more scared about what happens if I don't finish it. Alright then, I stand up. I turn to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, do you remember I tried a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. can't believe I agreed to do something this is so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf from a torn from a spiral notebook. On the other end, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Here we go. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I feel like it's not even a question with my endless love for Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first. True. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. I like her thinking. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Well, come on. Everyone likes giving their opinions. I do, that for sure. Yeah, what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poem. Remember how I said I wanted to read poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. Don't just give yourself away like that, dude. I want to help you feel comfortable sharing yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and you go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in the throat. Dude, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you'd still need to show me yours, right? Ugh, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can see. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, that is about it, isn't it? I do try. And fail. Yeah, told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like this? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. I feel like writing more simplistically like that is more difficult, honestly. So people don't even... Yeah. But isn't the point of poems people express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easier to read, but it hits you hard. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do so many great things can be really disheartening. Oh yes, yes it can. You're telling me. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up rhyme for the end but then made it fall flat on purpose. It really helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Oh yes, yes it does. I'ma just yoink a screenshot of that face. Could you have that for a profile picture on Discord or something? I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect to learn from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. I just had to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care for how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Never could. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, let's think. Sorry, Sayori, why not? Oh my goodness, this is so good, isn't it? I love it. Yeah. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not that good of a writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure your opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think you understand. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's an Izzy poem. That makes it feel like a little extra special. Like I can feel feelings in it. Sorry, hugs the sheet against her chest. I don't think I would have put any feelings into that, except for my love for Natsuki. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. Reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, just like I said before, Izzy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me into bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Yeah, I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. Still tried my best. Yeah. Didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point to arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Annika's the best. Yeah, no, she's not. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Yuri, the character who I liked when I first played it, but then, you know, eventually obviously gravitated towards liking Natsuki. Yuri stares at the poem. Minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice this, but it's several minutes and you really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there aren't any specific writing habits. There are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. The most noticeable thing I reckon is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor completely changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example, and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback, and so you can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. You shouldn't be talking to people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure you're apologizing to yourself, to me or Natsuki. Do you really mind if I read your poem now? Oh, really? Not really. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles genuinely as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the umber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last to light. The last. I cannot. The last yet. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green of the future. Blue-green hue. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the perfect but living in the past. Of the present. I cannot read cursive, holy crap. The light flickers. I flicker back. How do you flicker? I'm sorry, I said such terrible handwriting. Not terrible handwriting, it's really nice. It's just, I have terrible handwriting reading. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read that. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is really pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since the first time shooting, I want to try something a little more mild. Easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I just have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I guess Monica. Hi, Izzy. Having a good time so far? Yeah, up until now. Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Izzy. I'm a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's like but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. I like it, Izzy. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No. Can I just think of something Natsuki would write? She's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. No. If you say so. Yep. There's lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. You might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. See, so you're saying that Natsuki's kinda like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. That's good, I don't like filler. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. It's okay, I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else may be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles anyway. but I'll help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha, ahaha, what is with all your ahahas? Anyway, you wanna see my poem now? Don't worry, not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone that claims to be not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Ahem. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction this spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I'll peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very free-form, that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure I know how to put that, but I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a lot. I have an epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it's like this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Phew, guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated, since if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Use this cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? I mean, you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't sound nice. It didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Izzy did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Izzy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, yes. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress her newest member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. You're just jealous that Izzy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Izzy started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Don't look at me, you got yourselves into this. Izzy, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true, she started it. She could get over herself to learn and appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force them to figure it out. Explain that to her, Izzy. Wait, there's a reason why you have so many deeply expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Izzy? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? Well, I've been here for like 1-2 days and they're already fighting over me. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Well, I feel like it's kind of obvious where I'm going with this one. I'd ask for help, but you know, this isn't really her mess and I don't want to drag her into this. And I guess it's all started over me, so I'll have to deal with things myself. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that... I'm burning an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. Let's the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha, that shows how much you know. It's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But you were so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. Looks like we learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. I glanced over my shoulder. Sayori's nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing, she finally mutters, that barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. I think about... Natsuki glances in the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a hard time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away. Well, anyway, think about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Eh? I'm just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? Hope that was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Izzy. To be honest, it's a nice change of pace from blazing around we got a little bit too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Yeah, that's... No, not at all, not like that. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax a little bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monika. But what? That's not the most important thing about literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Yeah, and that's why Monika is the president. In the end, though, Monika's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Even with that fight, I guess. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about showing your poems? It's a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. What about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It's a neat thing to talk with everyone about. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends too. Maybe your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about kind of poem everyone likes. And without any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress, and onto myself with newfound determination. See, wanna get ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Surely it has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. My voice is dying. I've been talking for an hour straight. This gameplay is really thrilling. No offense to the game. Now that this game, I've played it through multiple times. Well, not plus yet, because, you know, it just came out. But, you know, I mean, yeah, it's a visual novel. Or it's like a interactive story, I guess. Sayori, but what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. That kind of thing. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. Sure, the first time I've seen them fight like that. Promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Izzy, nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think since you get along with everyone, it's what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Did I really just say sigh? It's like that Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Which one? I mean, every time I see Feather, I now just think of Celeste, because I just finished the main story, like, God, 2 days ago. Great game. I like Feathers. Blanket. Hey. Pain? Why? But I'm just gonna go with Natsuki's dad. Not a good dad. Fluffy. Oh yeah, I'm going all out. It's like almost all for Natsuki. Everything I do is for you, Natsuki. And apparently Yuri. Not everything. Alright, one more. Oh yeah, Natsuki's gonna love this. Can't wait. But it's been an hour, so I should probably end it here. So, I'm gonna save it. Been talking for an hour straight. This music is really good. Anyways, I'll leave the video here. Gotta let me have a voice recover. Haven't talked this long in a long time. Like, a long time. Alright, I just ended recording and clicked exit Doki Doki Literature Club, and there is this. What? Oh, side stories. Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DLC. So you're telling me I'm gonna have to go through the game. Oh well. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, and it shows acquisition procedure. Select the word kawaii during the poem game. Oh, this is cool. Concept sketch of the complete cast drawn by Kagefumi. Selected by Doki Doki during the poem game. Closet in the cupboard, best known as the storage for Natsuki's manga collection. This is interesting. Wait, you can set these as wallpapers on the mini desktop we have. Achievement error. Your desktop wallpaper cannot be changed due to administrative policy restrictions on this computer. For more information, contact your system administrator. Yeah, it looked like it changed to me. Music. New music, that's cool. I'll have to listen to that at some point. Settings. Mail. No mail. Files. Okay, so now... Oh, that's cool. So I think when you have to end up deleting characters, you just click delete on there. That's nice. Makes it a lot easier for people who never played it before, I guess. Poems, CGs, secrets, backgrounds, sketches, promo. Ooh, promo. Wonder what those will be. Alright, well, I guess that's everything. Now I'll end the video. Alright, that's cool.